Big Think has grown quite a bit in the past 3 years since we launched. We now have over 1.5 million unique visitors a month, and we also have over 1 million of our videos consumed on our site per month, as well as off our site over 5 million video views. So as all of our content, video content, is embeddable, and so that obviously makes it interesting to other media partners and entities who might want to use our content. And we have no problem with them embedding our video as long as they link back to us.
So tell us about the value of thought leadership video, and we've seen the huge success of TED, we see what you guys are doing. How has it grown and why has it grown?
Well, we're ever more in a knowledge economy, and as people know, knowledge is really what is of most use today. People, especially in North America, aren't so much working with their hands or doing trade as much as in past decades and generations. Now, more than ever, people need to know things, unique things. And so for us, we realized that there is a huge niche in the internet space for actual useful knowledge. And so that's why we're creating more and more content that is about specific learning tools. So for instance, when we have an expert in economics on, we don't just have them generally talk about economics. We have them talk about their expertise in economics and how our audience can apply that to their own lives, whether professional or also personal. And so basically we just see that the knowledge economy is growing more and more, and the speed of knowledge is also increasing at rapid fire pace. And so people don't have time to basically watch a 10-minute video of somebody opining on a given topic. They want to know, what can this person teach me and what can they teach me quickly? And so that's how our content is basically changing. We really are focused on key takeaways for our audience.
And you're working with universities and providing them with a service. Tell us about that.
We are. So we're working with career services departments at many universities, essentially helping their students get jobs in this new economy. There are so many students today that are graduating without the opportunity of jobs because it's, as everybody knows, not the greatest economy at the moment. But there is opportunity for those students that understand how to network, how to navigate the job market, and also figure out interesting niches that others may not be looking to. So we have thought leaders and experts, people that are changing and leading in business today, from finance to consulting to industry, discussing what they look for in new hires, and also advice for how to basically be of interest to their firm. We also have them discussing the type of culture at their firm, as well as basically the career trajectory for people entering the workforce. And that's to start. So it's recent graduates that we're helping and aiming this service to. However, we're also working with career offices because alumni is also an important part of who they serve. And more, we're finding that people are basically being let go or deciding midway through their career that, this wasn't the career that they actually wanted. And so we're getting advice from experts about how people can think about new careers and navigate into new ones.
Now, how do you monetize this stuff? It's a license, or how does it work?
It's a license. So for instance, the university can have access to a tiered offering, essentially a certain number of videos at one level, a certain number at another, or then they can just also have access to our entire archive. We also do create custom content for universities, so let's say they want a series with just their alumni discussing about where they've gone or what they've done, advice, etc. We'll do that as well. In this knowledge economy, information is more useful than ever, and sponsors are really keen to have today's top thinkers and influencers associated with their brand, especially talking about issues that are important to that given company. And so our content is 90% accessible for free to the audience, and the way that we support that is by sponsorships. However, we really are focused on creating excellent content, whether it's sponsored or not. So you won't come to Big Think and find basically advertorial type content. It has to be content that we would create anyway. So we've had over 24 sponsors ranging from Intel to Pfizer to Dell to Microsoft, across the spectrum of type of companies. And so that's growing quite well as well. And that's, as I said, how we support the public side of Big Think.
You're funded through the seed funding initially.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the company, not to get too deep or specific, but how are things going? Are you managing? Are you looking to raise money? Are you profitable? What's going on? How's things going?
We raised money once almost 4 years ago, an angel round, and we don't intend to raise again. We, unlike I think many startups, were focused from day one on making money. And we wanted to see, is this a viable business? And within the first year, we agreed, the other co-founder and I, Peter Hopkins, agreed that if we determined that this was not a viable business, it was time to do something else. And we weren't focused on raising another round because we're keen on running a successful business. So since last year, we've actually been profitable. We are a small company, so it's not profitable, to a huge scale, but we really don't spend money that we don't have. And every single time we hire somebody, we really ask, do we need this person? What can they contribute, etc. And I think that creates actually an excellent work environment because there is no slack. Essentially, everybody is fully occupied and doing really engaging things. We have no intention of raising money again, if we can avoid it at all. We have access to today's leading thinkers and influencers from across the spectrum. And one thing that we've known for quite some time is that macro information is really, really important to given hedge funds, certain hedge funds who are focused on macro investing. And so we have put together a new offering aimed at macro hedge funds, which features our experts using something called the Delphi method, basically which will provide them, the hedge funds, with outlier perspectives, because they can get from lots of other companies the given wisdom on a specific topic. But what we can offer is outlier perspectives, and that's what we do. And we're starting with macro hedge funds, but we'll be moving into other financial fields as well, and ultimately into other industries.